Hey everybody, it's Blast338 coming at you live this beautiful Monday evening. We were supposed to do Talking D&D tonight, and it's one I've been looking forward to, the wizard spells. However, I believe Mr. Faust is still working. So I don't want this evening to go to waste. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do a regular live stream, play some Phasmo, invite you guys over to join, have a lot of fun, and if Mr. Faust gets on, then we're just going to talk D&D. We're just going to talk shop, let him, we're just going to chat and have a good time and play the game, and next week we'll go over the wizard spells. So I think that's a pretty good plan. Hopefully you guys agree. So let me get out of here real quick and make a multiplayer lobby, just in case anybody wants to join up. That's absolutely fine. Come on now. There we go. Control V. Boom. There we go. Discord stuff here is coming. Don't forget to join the Discord if you want to join in. Let's see here. So, if you guys watched the video this morning, we had a lot of fun over on Tanglewood Drive until we started playing with the terrible cards. And I'm going to continue to call them terrible cards because it is a terrible, terrible cursed item. So, yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to start out. Actually, I think we're going to do custom 2. We're going to do 2 evidences and go from there. What map to start on? You know what? We haven't been over to Camp Woodwind in what seems like forever. So we'll ready up, give it a start.
Right. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
And we'll go from here. Alright, so Photo of the Ghost, Crucifix, and Firelight. Okay, so no terrible cards. Uh-oh. That was in here. So, looks like we might actually be in here. I saw something get thrown. Was that that can of beans? Yes, it was. Alright, 6.1. Alright, we'll lay that there. Let's go see if we can find... Let's actually turn these lights on. See if we can find the bone. We got our handy dandy night vision. Oh, look at that. Man, it does really just kind of shine, doesn't it? What do we got for cursed item? Let's look for that. So, no mirror. Do we have voodoo doll? Nope, we don't have the voodoo doll. No to that. Do we have... We have the Ouija board. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, let's drop this camera off. We got cold breath there, so yeah, we're definitely in that tent. So we gotta remember, we're only gonna get 2 evidences. Unless it's a mimic, and then we'll get ghost orbs. But how's everybody's weekend? Hopefully good. I was on call. Thankfully, Well, hello there, Mr. Not a Mayor. Alright, let's see here. Do we have any ghost orbs? Nope, not seeing ghost orbs. Can't really rule anything out other than not the mimic. Let's grab a spirit box. Let's grab ultraviolet and grab some salt. How's our sanity looking? 88%. I think we're pretty good. Anybody agree? Whoa. Hello there. Can you wait and let me get a photo of you? Okay, you're not a phantom.
Hello, hello.
Well, hello there, Mr. Faust.
Sorry about that. Some family troubles.
Oh, no, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, we're all good now.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Give me 1 second here. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We still do this then? Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. I gotta change a few things then. Not a problem. Alrighty. Looks like we're gonna be doing Talking D&D after all. That's fun.
I believe we were on the wizard class.
Yes. Wizards. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Scared the bejeepers out of me. Sorry, just a little kerfuffled. Let's see here. Okay, let me, okay, there we go. All right, Talking D&D is back on. So, wizards. Wizards. Crafty
You're
little
correct.
things.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Lots of good spells. I mean, we went over so many already. Because they pretty much get everything. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of spells that they get. And I don't think there's anything that is really like wizard only.
No, I don't think there is. If anything was wizard only, it would be higher level stuff.
Right. I think probably the best option would be just to pick, because again, we've talked about these. Like, there's only so many times we could talk about chill touch.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? There's only
Yeah.
so many times we can talk about booming blade or firebolt, things of that nature. So I say, let's do this. Let's pick like some of our favorite cantrips, and let's make a build. How about that? Because we've already talked about most of the spells.
We have.
So I think if we did a build, we can kind of illustrate how we can design something for utility, damage, and fun.
I like the sound of the fun one. Alright, so how do you want to start this?
Oops. By not taking a random screenshot.
There you go.
Alright, so if we're doing a fun build, alright, we're doing something where it's more of a lighthearted campaign, I'm thinking. You're not oh, let's see here. All right. Yeah, you're doing something, you guys are just having fun. Damn it. The phone just will not stay put. I mean, you got to take minor illusion.
Oh, absolutely.
For a cantrip, I think that's a really, I mean, even just a regular build, something where you're not going to be, I don't know. Sorry, I got out of the mindset, now I just need to get back into it.
It's okay.
Oh, there we go. I'm dead. Not a live stream unless I die once.
You just died?
Yeah, I did. I just wasn't paying attention to anything.
Oh, that sucks.
At least I got the ghost rate. It was a Jinn. When it immediately started sprinting at me, I kind of knew something was up. Let's see here. Yeah, I like minor illusion. It's good utility, even with a regular build. A trickster build, this would be really fun for. You create a sound or an image of an object within range. It's 30 feet, lasts for 1 minute. You can create a sound from a whisper to a scream. It could be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, beating drums, or any other sound you choose. You know, it just lasts for the full minute. It's not a concentration spell.
Oh, I heard the point.
And you could do a chair, muddy footprints, a small chest, nothing larger than a 5-foot cube. It can't create sound, light, smell, or any sensory effect. The physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it. If a creature uses its action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine the illusion with an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. This is actually a really good spell. You can, if you're in a dungeon and you're trying to lure you're trying to make it seem like your party took a different path, the muddy footprints might be something that's worthwhile.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you're trying to make it sound like there's a bunch more people than there really are, you know, you made your camp in the woods for the night, and you get kind of jumped, you can make it, you know, so there's more people out in the forest. Oh, you think we're alone? Oh, no. We have people looking out for us. You know, we have all these people. So it's a pretty decent cantrip. Not bad. I mean, it's something that fits. Honestly, I don't see why you couldn't do a humanoid figure. Oh, there's ghosts in these woods. you know?
I think, you know, I would allow for something like that just because it is so much fun.
Well, I mean, there's nothing here saying that you can't do it.
Right.
It just must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. It can't create smell, sound, or light. And that's fine. You know, a ghostly image of something floating by, I think still fits that.
In a 5-foot cube.
Yeah. It's, you have ghostly halflings. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Exactly. I mean, everybody knows prestidigitation is just an absolute must-take.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Mold Earth, we've talked about that in multiple cases on how we've used it and how it can be offensive and defensive. It's just it's still, to me, it doesn't seem like it should be a cantrip. That should be a first level spell. What you can do with that spell as a cantrip is actually, I think, more powerful than what they give it credit for.
Especially if you have a party that knows how to use spells creatively, but still within the rules.
Right. Alrighty, what are some of the cantrips that you particularly think are very handy?
Well, you took two of mine, but I like the spell Message for a fun build.
Oh, I like that.
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast this spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier. Magic silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, or 1 thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners or through openings, and the range is 120 feet.
Oh, nice.
So you want to scout ahead, send messages back to your party, communicate in dungeons if you get split up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not definitely a good spell.
don't think we talked about Mage Hand, did we?
We have here and there. I don't think we ever actually, like... I don't think we ever actually read the description or anything on it.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so a spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range, so within 30 feet. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you or if you cast this spell again. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open and unlock the door container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. It can attack, activate magical items, and carry more than 10 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to activate levers and things of that nature. That is definitely one good feature there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being able to... Oh, you need to steal the keys for the jail cell? Well, there you go.
And that, I think, is the prime example.
And the nice thing, if you do like a trickster rogue...
Oh my god.
Their mage hand actually goes a little bit further. They can use theirs to pickpocket.
And it's invisible.
Yeah. Yes, and it's invisible. It's actually a really nice cantrip from them. And they get that for free too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they get it for free.
So that's kind of crazy. I think Shocking Grasp is a... What's that?
It is hard finding spells that are just, you know, for fun.
Yeah. I mean, well, you have things like... I mean, I like Shocking... I like Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
I think that's a great defense spell. Because I don't think a wizard's ever really going to use it in combat. Because it's a touch spell. And with being a D6 in hit points, you're generally not going to be getting too close to your bad guy if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you can help it, you're pretty far away.
Right. I mean, there's a reason why their spells are mostly, you know, 30, 60, and 120 feet range. They really don't have that many spells that are touch. I mean, they have a couple, but mostly self, like Expeditious Retreat. That's a really good spell.
Yeah, it is.
That even allows you to get into combat, because nothing really saying you can't use it to get into combat. Or to get in within range for another spell. But again, like, wizards are one of those kind of classes where they don't really have a lot of truly bad spells.
No.
You're kind of hard-pressed to find it, what I would consider a bad spell. I mean, some people would make the argument for True Strike as far as a bad spell.
Yeah, but if you have time before the combat, it can be a great spell.
I could agree with that. It's not a combat spell.
Oh, not at all. It's to be cast before combat. It prepares you.
Right. You know, this is... Okay, well, we get a surprise round. You know, you're not quite within range of... Is there a range on that?
True Strike? I believe it's self.
Well, no, I mean, true
Oh no,
straight.
30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, if he could see a conversation's getting heated. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, conversation's getting heated. You know combat's gonna break out. Do it. Why not, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, what do I like?
I mean, Toll the Dead. I mean, come on. For a damage
Yeah.
spell. Oh, we got dots.
Oh, this spell's becoming one of my favorites. Absolutely. Mending.
Oh, yes. Mending.
I am loving this spell to death right now in our current campaign.
And it's come in handy. It really has. You can repair things. In fact, now, is that your class or what? What with your Oh, hey.
That's my class. You get mending in case anything should ever happen to your armor.
Okay.
So you get it for free.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm loving that spell. It's come in handy a lot.
It is a good spell. Let's see here. A lot of people like Acid Splash. I mean, that's a classic spell right there.
Yeah, I understand why people choose it. It's acid damage. It's not as commonly resisted.
Right.
I mean, it's resisted, of course, but it's probably mid-tier.
Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, that's pretty good for whatchamacallit. For cantrips, unless there's any others that you kind of want to talk about.
No, I think we've gone over a lot of the other ones, probably to death.
Okay.
A lot of fun first level spells, though.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Agreed. I was going to talk about the Sky Self.
Oh, what a good one.
I had so much fun with that spell.
Yeah, you did.
Because one of the things, and we talked about this with warlocks with their invocations, is you can cast this at will, with one of the invocations, and it was so much fun. Whoa. Okay, I guess we're not gonna have ghost writing. Anyways. Yeah, you disguise yourself. You can basically just you change yourself, really. That's the best way to do it. You can give yourself a hat. You can make yourself taller. You can make yourself shorter. Now, if you make yourself taller, you know, you're not actually that tall. Somebody can stick their hand through like your hat or your head, you know what I mean, and you know, they're gonna know, okay, well, that's not quite right. So it's not 100% perfect. You're not actually changing your form. It's just an illusion. Anybody who's anything like True Sight, things of that nature, will know that you know, will know that it's not real. So like if you give yourself tentacles or something, I don't think actually you can, but they can't be like longer than your arm. Like you can't move outside your 5-foot square. Let's see here. But yeah, that Sky Self is a...
It is a fantastic spell.
Really is. Absorb Elements, I think, is also another one that Wizards really need to take. Not so much for the damage side of things, like the deal damage, because, you know, the really cool thing about that spell is that whenever you're hit with any type of elemental damage, fire, cold, wind, thunder, you can cut that damage in half. And if you were to make a melee attack, you can deal additional d6 of damage of that type back to the creature. But to cut damage in half is just, you know, anytime you can remove damage is a good thing.
Yeah, and like you said, this is almost a must-have for Wizards, just for the survivability element of it.
Right, yeah, it's you're just a d6 worth of hit points. I mean, hopefully you have a decent constitution, because constitution is important for Wizards. You know, you have a lot of spells that you need to maintain. You know, they get a ton of summoning spells, things of that nature, and you do. You just really need to have a good constitution. I mean, obviously your intelligence is going to be the top thing.
Right.
But after that, honestly, it should be constitution and then your dexterity modifier. Because your constitution is going to have your constitution saves for concentration on spells. And
yes,
there are ways to buff your armor class or to get... Well, I guess, yeah, there's ways to buff an armor class. You can wear a ring of, you know, protection. I believe there's like wizard robes and stuff like that if you really get into some of the higher levels.
Yeah, there are.
But yeah, but no, Absorb Elements is a great spell for a wizard. Really highly recommend it. You're halving that damage, you're staying in the battle longer, and it's going to make that concentration check a lot easier because your concentration checks are based upon how much damage you've taken. So, and of course we have Catapult. I know how
Go
much
ahead and talk about Catapult.
Nothing wrong with Catapult. I love Catapult. In fact, it was one of those kind of spells I wrote off for the longest time until I recently started using it, and I'm like, wow, this actually scales really well. You know, you could play this as they're making it, you know, as it's written, they make a dex save. So they make a dex save. If they fail, they get hit, and it deals pretty decent damage. It's what, a 1 or 2 d8. Let's see here. Packs a creature. Failed save. Target strikes. 3d8. Yeah, 3d8 bludgeoning for level 1 spell. Not bad at all. And then you gain an additional d8 for every spell level above first.
If you upcast this to 9th level, your damage output is incredible.
Well, I've used it like 5th and 6th level.
You have. You only have those spell slots left.
What's that?
When you only had those spell slots left.
Yeah. Well, even when I had other spell slots left, like I had 2nd and 3rd level spell slots. However, it didn't make a whole lot of sense for me. To use them. It was I needed to do damage. I need to do it now. And it was just easier for me to do that. I wish for snow.
Right.
And yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Catapult's an exceptional spell with a huge damage output.
It really
if you
does.
need damage in a pinch, I mean, that's your damage in a pinch.
Exactly. It's got a good range. It scales very well, especially being a 1st level spell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we played it that you made an attack roll. I personally think that's the better option.
I prefer that. I like that. I wouldn't change that.
I mean, making that a dex save, I kind of understand because of how much damage it takes or does. But really, I think you know, making that an attack roll rather than a save was probably a better idea.
And honestly, it just makes more sense. I mean, you're hurling something that weighs under 4 pounds.
Right. And
it's
the cool
an
thing
object
is,
trying to strike you.
You don't need to even see the object you're trying to move. You're literally just pulling boulders out of the ground and hurling them.
Yep.
It's kind of how I always took it. So yeah, it's a great spell. It's for damage. There's something to get you out of a tight spot. Not a bad idea. All right, what's a couple of your favorites there?
That's what I'm looking at right now. I really think Find Familiar is a fun spell.
Find Familiar is an absolutely terrific spell.
It is one of my favorites. I didn't realize you could do so much with it until you started playing with the Familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did my research, and they can just do so much for you, especially if you outfit them with Dragon's Breath.
Well, it's just feed that guy a health potion.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you can't activate a magic item, but you know, that's okay. I mean, a health potion, you're not activating anything. You're popping a cork and dumping it down your throat.
Wait, why can't they activate a magic item?
Well, didn't it say they can't activate magic items?
They just can't attack.
Oh.
They can activate magic items.
Oh, see, I misunderstood that. Oh, I was thinking of Mage Hand. I was thinking of Mage Hand.
You can give them rings, you can give them necklaces, you can give them miniature equipment. Because once they die or drop to 0 hit points, all the stuff they had just falls to the ground.
Right. Right.
So yeah, they can activate magic items. That's a game changer.
Yeah, because you can give them a necklace of fireballs and
This
just let them
job's
go
ready
nuts.
for you.
Yup.
Let's see here.
Oh, I don't know how I overlooked this. Unseen Servant.
Oh, yeah, wizard. Yeah.
Unseen Servant's just a really cool spell. The spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. The servant springs into existence in an unoccupied space on the ground within range. It has AC 10, 1 hit point, a strength of 2, and it can attack. If it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends. Once on each of
Okay.
your turns, as a bonus action, you can mentally command the servant to move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. The servant can perform simple tasks that a human servant could do, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine. Once you give the command, the servant performs the task to the best of its ability until it completes the task, then waits for your next command.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just neat. It's just a fun, like, break down a camp or set up a camp kind of spell.
Yeah. No, that's if you have, oh, what is it? The Magnificent Mansion actually comes with invisible servants.
Yes.
Which is awesome. Let's see here. We already talked about Illusionary Script. Great spell for leaving notes, things of that nature. You talked about Magic Missile. Shield. Shield is a great spell.
Shield is a frustrating spell for me as a DM.
It's a range of self, and you basically gain a +5 bonus to your AC, and Magic Missile automatically fails.
I think it's the only thing that can block a magic missile.
There's one other, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Oh, is it a wall of force?
I think it might be. Silvery Barbs. We've talked about that numerous times.
God.
Here's one that we don't hear a lot about. Sleep. This
And you know
is,
what? It's a really good spell.
If you're looking at it for something at higher level play, However, remember, this is a first level spell. You're getting this, I mean, wizards get, what is it? It's 5 or 7 first level spells, like, out the gate. Like, you're starting...
Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah, you're starting the game with, like, 5 or 7 spells. One Why am I guessing? I have all of man's knowledge in the palm of my hand. You can look these things up. Wizards 5e. There we go. So Little Pooper told me he is going to be playing a monk for the
For
Spelljammer.
Spelljammer?
Yeah.
Oh, he's never done that before.
It's 6 first level spells.
Yeah, that's absurd.
You get a druid or somebody. They don't even get 6 spells until like 4th level.
Nope.
Or what is it, 5th level? Third or 4th level. So to get 6 right off the bat, now you're still restrained by how many spells you can prepare, which is what your intelligence modifier plus your wizard level. So hopefully you're starting with a really good intelligence, either a +4 or +5. So you can prepare, theoretically speaking, 5 or 6 spells. Now, wizards do have to prepare their spells. It's not like a sorcerer or a druid or, where they kind of, well, we're ready to go. But once the spell's prepared, it's prepared. You can change them. It requires a little bit of time in the morning, but it can be done. But yeah, so you can have a whole lot more spells than what you can actually prepare. It's kind of crazy. And the cool thing is, this is the only class that can really learn spells from scrolls and other wizard books, things of that nature.
Right.
So as you're exploring, as you're adventuring, you can add to your spell book. Now, of course, it depends on what type of wizard you are, how long it's going to take, what type of spell it is. I mean, everybody gets, proficiency in their own spells. So if you're an arbitration or a necromancer or stuff like that, obviously a necromancer gets bonuses to copying necromancy spells, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But now that we've gone off on that tangent,
I think we were talking about the sleep spell.
Sleep spell, yes. Yes, we were. That is one that a lot of people count out, but even still, you get a higher level combat. Somebody's really... They are... Why can't I find it now? You know they're looking bad. They're getting low on hit points, and you just need to do something. You just need to take them out of combat. This is a great spell, right, because it's one of those things they don't really... I don't believe they even get a save on this.
No, they don't.
Yeah, so at first level, you're rolling 5d8. Okay, and you're going to add up those 5d8. That is how many... it's done by hit points. So, let's say you roll 5d8. You roll a 2 on each of those. That's what, 10, right? 5 times 2 is 10. If you have a creature standing there that has 10 points or less, they go to sleep. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, just like that.
Yep, they're asleep. Now, unless they're immune to sleep, which some creatures are, they just automatically, yeah. You've got that town guard that is just beating the snot out of people, or you have that pesky cobalt that just won't leave anybody alone.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know, that's the one example that I saw was there was a tower with a bunch of kobolds in it. And you know, they cast sleep. They actually rolled pretty decent on their rolls and put the entire tower to sleep. But still, you know, this also levels up.
Exactly.
You know, you can cast this at higher levels. So you're getting 2d8 for each level above first. So it's what, 5? That's 7d8 for second level. So if you look at, like, you cast this at 9th level. Now, obviously there's much better spells to cast at 9th level. However, depending upon what you're dealing with, you might want to do this. You know, depending upon what your campaign is. You get an entire village of people who just want to hurt the party. You know? You don't want to hurt the townspeople. You're not evil characters. You just want to disable them. You know, you want to take them out of the combat. Just put them all to sleep. It's really... Oh, we got dots. It's really effective. And honestly,
Right.
if you're rolling that many d8, I mean, you're talking, what, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 d8 at level 9. Considering the average town person has...
3 hit points.
Yeah. You are going to definitely whatchamacallit, definitely be putting that town to sleep. Alright, first level spells. What are some of the ones that you like there, Mr. Faust?
All right, let me get back to them. I was preemptively looking at the second level spells.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened.
That's okay.
I don't know. I love Magic Missile. I think it's such a cool spell.
It is a very nice spell. There's absolutely
you
nothing wrong
create
with that.
3 darts
Mm-hmm.
of force. Each one does 1d4 plus 1 force damage. They can strike the same target, or you can hit several targets. What I love about this spell is it's automatic damage. There's no save. There's no 2-hit. It just automatically strikes every time.
Right. Again, you're down. You need to hit. And I mean, it's not shabby. It's what, a D4 damage?
D4 plus 1.
Oh, per bolt. Okay. Yeah, phenomenal.
Yep, that's one I've always really liked. It's kind of a staple.
Let's see here.
We've talked about Tasha's Caustic Brew a few times, but I still think that's a good one for damage.
Very, yep. Well, see, it's not only damage. You're taking somebody out of an action. Because it takes an action to remove the Caustic Brew. Otherwise, they're going to continue to take damage.
Yeah. Because you only make the save one time, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then it just kind of goes on forever until it's removed.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do a shabby amount of damage either. Again, you know, we've got to realize we're dealing with a first level spell. But no, that's a one. Burning Hands really impressed me. When Arrow was using that in the movie theater against the zombies and ghouls, I was like, wow.
That was a really good play.
I was like, that actually is a 15-foot cone.
Right?
It's fire damage. Yeah.
Well, and it's not shabby fire damage either. It's 3d6.
Right. Yeah, so you're doing a fair amount there. Let's see here. Chromatic Orb is a really good spell for your damage build, because you can choose what type of elemental damage you want to do. You know what I mean? It's like if something is, oh, this thing is harmed by lightning damage, well, guess what? Now I'm doing lightning damage.
Right.
You know, because you can pick lightning, thunder, acid, fire, cold, and you're lobbing this little orb of whatever that element is at the target. Great spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice spell.
I agree.
We talked about the stored value before, but that's, yeah. Alright, well, anything else in the first level spells you wanted to talk about?
I think some of the ones I would have chosen are ones we've already gone over.
Okay.
So I think we're safe to move on to second level.
Okay. Alright, some really good second level spells. Why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Sure thing. I am going to talk about... I'm just going down the list here.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna break back. Give me like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Wither
Let's
and
prevent
Bloom.
for you.
This spell's always fascinated me. I've always found it to be really interesting, but this is how it goes. You invoke both life and death upon a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. Each creature of your choice in that area must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 2d6 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Non-magical vegetation in that area withers. In addition, one creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So, for a first or a second level spell, you're not doing a lot of damage. It's only 2d6 necrotic, but it is a Constitution saving throw, and those are a little more rare. Not many classes are proficient in Constitution. But it's really for the healing that you want this spell. One creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to your roll plus its spellcasting modifier. So here's the thing. It doesn't say only if you are conscious. It says you can spend and roll one of your unspent hit dice. That's a mechanical action. That's not a game action. So you could theoretically do this with someone who's downed as well. So it's just giving the wizard a little bit of a boon. A way to either save themselves or bring one of their comrades back from the brink.
Wither and Bloom is a great spell.
It's so cool.
And then you're adding... Not only are they rolling their die, but they're also adding your intelligence modifier to it.
Yeah.
So...
Which, I mean, you figure 3rd level, you haven't hit your ability score modifier yet. Anywhere between a 14 and a 16 to start is pretty good.
See, what you need then is a life cleric. So that your healing... So that all your healing rolls are automatically maxed.
Life clerics are so overpowered.
But yeah, that's a very nice spell. Again, one of the ones that I counted out for the longest of time and then started using and went, wait a second. This is actually kind of nice to have.
Yep.
All right. Oh, let's see here. Oh, wow, it's only 7:30.
I know we have time.
Crown of Madness, I know we've talked about before. But that is... Oh. If you want to have fun as a player, take Crown of Madness. You basically just take control of somebody. It's a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they're charmed by you, and they make a melee attack against a creature other than itself you mentally choose. Yeah, and they can... Let's see here. Yeah, it makes a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. But this is something like you have your cast, what is it, Bane? Somebody cast Bane on it, or to give it disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Right.
And there you go. You know, you get yourself a free... You get yourself a free slave, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, very nice spell. But we've used it, I've used it once or twice with great success. And highly recommend it. All right. What else do you like there, Mr. Faust?
I love Alter Self.
Ooh, that's the one where you give yourself natural weapons.
You can give yourself natural weapons, you can give yourself adaptation to the elements, like you can make yourself able to breathe underwater and gain a swim speed.
Oh, okay.
You can change your appearance in a non-illusory way. You can change your height, weight, facial features, the sound of your voice, your hair length, coloration. You can make yourself look like a member of another race.
This is an actual change, too. It's not like the Sky's self.
Right, this is not an illusion.
Wow, okay. That's one that's kind of flew under my radar there.
And the natural attack that you gain from this, it's only 1d6,
Mm-hmm.
but it's already magical.
Oh. Okay.
And you have a +1 bonus to the attack and damage rolls you make using it. So, figure 2nd level spell, 3rd level character, you're already bypassing magic resistance.
Right. Okay. Let's see here a second. I mean, blindness, deafness. Do we really need to say anything more? Blinding.
We've
blinding
said a lot about
creature,
it, but
you're giving disadvantage. You're getting advantage. Deafness. You're sneaking. You know. Great spell.
Blur is another good one.
Ooh, Blur is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Basically your own little spellcasting whatchamacallit, cloak of displacement.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's a concentration up to 1 minute, but for the duration, any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. As long as you can concentrate on it, everything's going to have disadvantage. This is so incredible.
Mm-hmm. And again, one more reason why you need that high dexterity modifier, or constitution modifier. Let's see here. Darkness. Everybody knows what darkness is. Oh, enlarge, reduce. We've talked about that many times. You're growing something by one size. You're shrinking something by one size. Nice thing about if you grow them, they do an additional, what is it, a d6 in damage.
Yeah.
Magic Mouth could be fun. And I know we talked about that before, because I think the Warlocks also get that spell. You know, the whole, like, go back now or you're going to be doomed, you know. I just think that's kind of fun.
I like Gift of Gab.
Okay.
It's like a poor man's Modify Memory.
Mm-hmm.
When you cast this spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of listeners in your immediate area so that each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said within the last 6 seconds. Those creatures who remember you actually said the words you speak as the verbal component of the spell. I just think it's neat.
Mm-hmm.
No one gets a save. You're modifying their memories.
Right.
And they'll forget everything you said to them.
Yep. Your negotiations turned sideways? Well, guess what?
No, it
Doesn't
didn't.
matter, because you can redo them.
Exactly. So in a high intrigue campaign, this would probably be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Just get out of the house. I'm at least a little bit safe there. I'm surprised you didn't pick Misty Step.
Oh, I glanced over it.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't talk about Misty Step, because that's another one you've been using quite a bit here recently. That's been working out very well for you.
Yeah, it's a fantastic spell. It's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
You teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. That's all it does, but being a bonus action means you could attack and teleport away. You could teleport and then attack.
Right.
Or just, if you're in trouble, you can still attack and then teleport.
Mm-hmm.
As far as utility spells go, this one's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's just nice because you can go through a wall of force and stuff with that, can't you? Or I think, well, no, because you're going into the ethereal.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know with Force Cage you can't do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't teleport out of a Force Cage.
Okay, I didn't know you couldn't teleport out of a force cage.
No, there's literally no way to escape it. Which is really fucking scary.
Right.
Anyway. Should we move on to third level? It's about quarter to B.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So what is one of the what do you like there?
I love haste.
Yeah, very nice spell. Absolutely awesome. Gaining that additional attack, gaining the ability to dash, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And there's just so much you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
We always tend to give it to our archers first.
Yeah.
Then we give it to our upfront fighters.
Yep.
Because that last character that Elam played, the archer, that was just...
Oh, the amount
that
of
was
damage she
devastating.
did was incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you slap haste on her and she is a machine.
It pretty much shoots like a machine gun. It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
pretty much. So yeah, haste is a favorite of mine. I actually just took this ability for my current character. I can only cast it on myself though.
Well, even still, I mean, that... You're talking about getting yourself out of a lot of trouble with that spell.
Oh, absolutely.
What's another good one here? Shatter. I like Shatter. It does extra
I know you
damage.
do.
Extra damage to constructs. Let's see here. Shatter's great. Let's see here.
Yeah, Shatter's a really good spell.
See invisibility. I mean that's kind of what we talk about. You know, that's second level. Third level, one of my personal favorites, Animate Dead. Who doesn't like a few little zombies, right? I mean, come on. Who doesn't like a zombie? Antagonize. I know I talk about this all the time. Love that spell.
Ooh, life transference.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrifice some of your health to mend another creature's injuries. You take, ooh, this is steep, 48 necrotic damage, which can't be reduced in any way. And one creature of your choice that you can see within range regains a number of hit points equal to twice the necrotic damage you take.
Right.
This is a legitimate healing spell. We talk about how there aren't many realistic healing spells in D&D 5e. Because until you get to higher levels, all those healing spells are going to do is bring someone back from being unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
But for a third level necromancy spell, taking 48 damage, I mean, that's anywhere from 4 to 32 points. Doubled, could be 64 points. That's nothing to laugh at.
Nope. Nope, that's a good amount of damage right there.
I mean, that's legitimate healing.
Yep, that'll get you back on your feet for a couple attacks.
Yep.
Let's see here. Insight Greed we talked about. It's great for thinning out and picking off, you know, large parties. You want to pick off one person or reduce the number that you're attacking at one time. Give it a shot. I mean, it can't hurt. At this level, so we're talking third level. Intellect Fortress is an interesting one. So it's concentration up to an hour. You, for the duration, one willing creature you can see within range has resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligent, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Damn.
And for every level 4th or higher, you can target one additional creature.
Wow.
And they have to be all within 30 feet. I'm kind of thinking if you're going up against Lithids.
Yeah, because of their psychic, their mind blast.
Yeah.
Pretty much all their spell effects are psychic.
Well, see, the other thing too is you're going to have less of a chance of being charmed. You're having a less chance to be taken over, you know, possessed, things of that nature.
Exactly.
With that. So it's a great buff spell, which honestly looking through a lot of these spells for wizards, they don't have a lot of spells that actually buff other creatures. They have a lot of spells that buff themselves. Shield, Mage Armor, Expedi's Retreat, things of that nature. But we did talk about one they have Haste, and this one here. This actually is not bad, depending upon your campaign.
I feel like any campaign could benefit from this. I mean, advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws is protecting you from some of the most devastating effects in this game.
True.
I don't mean damage. I mean spells like Feeble Mind,
Ooh,
Dominate Person.
right. Yeah, good point.
Alright, we're here.
If you really don't want your barbarian to fall prey,
Starting the
you
investigation.
might want to use this on him.
New intel.
Yep.
Reports of light switches. Possibly harvest.
Because it's happened several times throughout our campaigns.
Yep. Yep, especially Feeble Mind.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it was a long, hot day today.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, one of our installers is doing a full cut in this week.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, seriously? Yeah, we have till Friday to do it. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, please tell me you have stuff to do other than up in the attic for like at least the next like day and a half or so. He goes, oh yeah, we got to get runs down to they're putting it in the attic and they got to go through the first floor down to the first. So,
Wow.
yeah. He's like, there's a couple of closets and some corners of the room and stuff we're going down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, dude, totally. I mean, it hit 100 degrees in Lancaster today. It's just crazy.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I just can't do installs anymore. No way. I can't take this heat. Even like as a service guy, I'm out there sweating. I had to replace a capacitor in an outdoor unit, and I'm like, oh, this is murder. Get me back in my van.
Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty sure my internal thermostat is really jacked up right now.
Yeah, well, what
Because
did
I'm
it
up
do
in
to
my
you?
I'm up in my 85-degree bedroom,
Oof.
and it feels air conditioned.
Yeah, tomorrow or this Saturday, I gotta tear my system apart and see what's going on. My air handler's not working.
Yeah, you had said. I figured it was already fixed.
It kind of was, but it stopped, so I don't know. Something's going on. I have an idea.
Hopefully not the branch box.
No, I went through it with Mitsubishi, and we pretty much confirmed it's not the branch box.
Okay.
Because we turned everything off but the air handler, and it wasn't pumping down. So he's like, yeah, no, it's not the branch box. He's like, try this, try that. And then if you are still having problems, call us back. So on Saturday when I'm off call, I'm going to pretty much almost tear the whole system apart.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Which I'm not looking forward to doing, but it's got to be done. Not a worries. I mean, everything's accessible. It's not really that big of a deal. And I can get it done. Not a big deal. But anyways, I just
Anyway.
sitting here. It's sitting here in the office with a fan on me. So if you hear the wind in the background, I apologize. It's hot in this office with the computer running and all that kind of stuff. So, oh. Where were we? We were talking about spells, weren't we?
We were indeed.
Third level
Counterspell.
Counterspell. That was a good one.
Obviously. I mean, we've talked about this one to death, but anytime you can interrupt another spellcaster spell, I mean, you're doing an outstanding job.
Remove curse. This is another one that's really good. That definitely should be on your to-do list. But anyways, we're running out of time here. It's getting to be 8 o'clock. So 4th level spells. Obviously, the one spell that really, in my opinion, if you were able to take it and you don't, you were doing yourself a disservice. That is Banishment. We know what it does. You're making somebody go bye-bye. And we absolutely love it. And then right below that, you get Charm Monster. That could be really fun.
One.
So what are some of the 4th level spells that you like, Mr. Faust?
I have one, and then I lost it because I kept looking.
Uh-oh.
Gravity Sinkhole is kind of cool.
Gravity Sinkhole was really fun to use. I just wish it just never went off. Like, I was never able to actually pull a creature with it. But it does a really good amount of damage for even if you don't get it off.
5d10 force damage.
Yeah, and it's still half damage on a save. So it's really nice. Of course, conjure minor elementals. Always a fun spell.
Oh, methods.
Gotta love the methods. If you're not using methods, you're not doing it right. Evangard's Black Tentacles, that was a really good spell. I used back in Curse of Strahd.
Trying to remember.
It basically creates an inky black area, and you get whipped with tentacles. It does cold damage. It does bludgeoning. Speeds are halved, all that kind of fun stuff.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spell. Let's see here.
Oh, Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just an absolute must-have.
Love my puppy dog who's invincible.
Yeah, fantastic spell. You essentially summon a dog, a literal dog, to your side. It has to stay, well, you put it wherever you want it. Then it stays in that spot, but every time it attacks, it does 48 damage. It's invisible
Yep.
to other creatures, and it cannot take damage. It is invincible.
Cannot be seen, cannot be hurt. Fantastic. Let's see here. Yeah, Mordecai, I mean, just that's one of those spells I've taken every time I've been able to take it.
You have.
You have greater invisibility. Very nice spell. Let's see here. Alright, 5th level. Unless there's any of the other 4th levels you want to talk about.
I think I'm good.
Alright, can I start us off with Bigsby Hand?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, Bigsby Hand. You create a giant hand with a big strength. And it, yeah, beats stuff up for you. You can use it as cover. Wonderful spell. Absolutely awesome spell.
Oh, it is.
Let's see here. Dance Macabre is really kind of fun, especially for a necromancer build. You select a number of corpses. Let's see here. Threads of dark power leap from your fingers to pierce to 5 small or medium corpses you see within range. Each corpse immediately stands up and becomes undead. You decide whether it's a zombie or a skeleton, and it gains a bonus to its attack and damage rolls equal to your spellcasting modifier. You can use a bonus action to command them what to do. So, yeah, it is...
That's pretty potent.
I mean, it's only for a minute. But that's fine. I mean, that's... You're gaining 5 additional lackeys. For... Oh, in 1 hour. I'm sorry. It's concentration for 1 hour. Yeah, so not bad at all. I mean, anytime again you're putting cannon fodder. What are some of the ones you like there, Mr. Faust? Hello, hello? Did we lose you? Oh, I think we lost Mr. Faust for a second. Are you back? Hello, hello? Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Okay, I think we lost Mr. Faust. Oh, we did. We lost Mr. Faust. That's all right. Let's see here. We'll carry on. I don't know if he's going to be back. Let me send him a text message here real quick. His phone might have gone dead by accident. No worries. Alrighty. That's right. We had a summoning circle, didn't we? Yeah, let's go check our sanity and then we'll... Oh. I got the dots. I got the dots. Ah, he's having trouble reconnecting. No worries. We'll wait for him to get back. Outsmarted that ghost, didn't we? Okay. Oh. Let me try resending a invite. See if that works. Pretty sure we got a spirit there. Shade window when playing with the door.
Welcome back. I've prepared
Huh.
some jobs for you.
Right, there we go.
Oh, okay, now we got him. Alrighty. Let's see here.
Okay, what did I miss while I was away?
Nothing much. We had a spirit chasing us around. I think I asked you, was there any of these spells that you liked on 4th level, and then you kind of left. Your
Oh
Discord.
no, I'm ready for 5th. I think we started 5th.
Oh, did we?
Because you talked
Oh, we
about
did. Bigsby, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just because I really like it, create Spelljamming Helm.
For our upcoming campaign, we are doing Spelljammer.
Oh
Might
yeah.
not be a bad idea to actually take that.
Nope, not at all. But it can also be kind of hysterical.
How so?
You touch a larger, smaller chair that is unoccupied. That chair becomes your Spelljamming Helm.
Okay.
You could make a step stool a Spelljamming Helm. But very appropriate for the next campaign.
Interesting. It's one action to cast.
What's that?
The creates Spelljamming Helm. It's only one action,
Mm-hmm.
6 seconds.
Yep.
I could get in trouble with this. Well, you can't. You know, you can't take my ship out. You don't have a helm. Oh yeah. care to
Got one now.
care to differ? I mean, Crystal Rod at 5,000 had 5,000 GP. Not exactly the cheapest thing.
No, but definitely worth it.
Totally. Let's see here. Animate objects is just fun.
It is. It's like Fantasia.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. Just little things to do your bidding. Uh, modified memory.
Yeah.
You can erase all the events of the last 24 hours. If you cast it at higher levels, you can actually go up to, I think it's a year. Cast a spell, use the 6th or higher. Yeah, 7 days ago, 30 days ago at 7th level, 1 year ago at 8th level. Or any time in the creature's past at 9th level. And now you're only erasing technically 10 minutes. But even still, you want to, you know, oh, remember that time you stole that last piece of chocolate cake? Not anymore. Nice little spell. I kind of feel bad for modifying that, but it was needed for the campaign.
Oh, I absolutely understand.
Wall of Stone, we talked about. You're creating basically stone slabs. You can make a little hut out of them. You can make a long line. They just have to be touching. They have to be on solid ground as well, so you can't do a box in the air. You talked about Wall of Force.
Yes, love Wall of Force.
Transmute Rock is one I think we talked about with the Druids. You're creating a doorway through up to, what is it, 10 feet of stone? Something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Teleportation circle, all that kind. I mean, it is. It's 5th level spells. You know, this is stuff that kind of breaks reality in some ways. All right. 6th level spells. Unless there's anything on the 5th levels you want to talk about.
I don't know. I was just gonna quickly go over Synaptic Static.
Oh yeah, please.
Just because it's very cool. It's decent damage. It's not a very commonly resisted damage, and it's also like the Bane spell. So basically, each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere must make an intelligence saving throw. A creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower can't be affected by this spell. A target takes 8d6 psychic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. After a failed save, a target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Oh, wow.
And this is every creature in a 20-foot sphere.
I feel like somebody hit me with that most days.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, I can't wait for the day that I can retire from doing HVAC. Come on, guys, hit that subscribe button, please. Please get me to a million.
Funny.
Please get me to a couple million subscribers so I don't have to worry about this crap anymore.
I know, right?
Come on, I'm a nice guy, you know it. Anyways.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
All right. Yeah, no, great. Nice. But that's actually what I was thinking about when I was when we talked about Intellect Fortress or whatever that was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so 6th level spells. We have the classics: Chain Lightning, Circle of Death, Create Undead. This is one where you get ghouls. You can create mummies. You can create wights. All kinds of really cool stuff with that spell. One of your favorites, Disintegrate.
Oh, I do love this spell.
And
A spell I've only ever used on Little Pooper twice to try and kill his character to make way for a new one.
he just won't go down sometimes.
His stubbornness gets him killed.
Oh yeah.
I try not to kill you guys. Like, I really try not to kill you guys.
It's harder than it seems.
It is. It's a delicate balance.
Although I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised when you guys went up against the Dragolich. Well, actually, it was a Bone Dragon. No, it was a full-fledged Dragolich. Dragolich, 2 Ghoul Jesters, and 2 more. What were they? It was the Jesters, the Lich, and there was something else there. I forget.
Hold on, I'm chewing.
Yeah.
Displacer Beast.
Oh, yeah, 2 Displacer Beasts. And you kicked their butt. Like, 2 people got downed, I think, right? Like, 1 or 2 people got down, but they got right back up again.
Yep.
You got the Dragolich down to, like, less than 100 hit points. And, yeah, I didn't pull any punches with that either. Like, that was a legit, like, straight-up fight.
That was a tough encounter, though.
It really was, and it went quite a few rounds, too.
It did.
Um,
Because I don't think any of those creatures had less than 100 hit points.
no. No, they
I mean,
were
Displacer
all...
Beasts have like 95, but same thing.
No, those Displacer Beasts had, like, 138, 140, somewhere around there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, the Gold Jesters had, like, 200, I think it was, something.
Yeah, it showed. Because every round I hit that one, I was crossing my fingers that it would go down.
you had it down to, like, 4 hit points. I was like, oh, man. I was waiting for you to do what I do. Dump everything into a high-level spell and just be like, yeah, I'm going to obliterate it. And
Oh my god.
every stinking time. Every time I go to upcast something, I just absolutely obliterate it. It does 78 points of damage. How do you do it? Because it only had 3 hit points left.
This happens more than people think.
It happens a lot, and I'm really looking forward to when we can actually do a co DM, you and I, with viewers as player characters. I know there's a few people that watch the channel that would absolutely love that. It is something we definitely want to do. But again, trying to get this stuff done or in a way that everybody can understand what's going on is difficult. But anyways, Soul Cage, great spell. Let's see here. Wall of Ice. Mass Suggestion. Again, one of those spells you're like, eh. But if you're in an environment a lot of the time where you need to watch out for collateral damage, this is a good spell. You're in a large crowd of people, somebody attacks, mass suggestion, run. And the townsfolk run away. Hopefully the bad guy too, but, you know. One of those save or suck kind of spells. Alright, so what are you looking at here on 6th level?
Let's see here. Oh, Sunbeam.
Very nice.
Very nice spell.
That does radiant and fire damage, right?
Just radiant damage.
Oh, just radiant? Okay.
So, a beam of brilliant light flashes out from your hand in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot line. Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 68 radiant damage and is blinded until your next turn. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't blinded by this spell. Undead and oozes have disadvantage on this saving throw. You can create a new line of radiance as your action on any turn until the spell ends. For the duration, a mode of brilliant radiance shines in your hand. It sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The light is sunlight.
Hey, if you're in a high-level Curse of Strahd, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else for that? So we got 7th level. Crown of Stars we talked about. Obviously, Delayed Blast Fireball. Finger at Death. Great spell. Especially for you necromancers out there. You love Force Cage. We talked about the Magnificent Mansion. And now you get Teleport. 8th level. Okay, we got this. We got this. 5 minutes, we got this. Alright. Anti-Magic Field. Not a bad spell.
No, not at all. Dominate monster, you get at this level.
Yep. Yeah, these are the big boy spells.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Power
only
word
getting...
stun.
Yep. Incendiary Cloud's a good one. Sunburst. I think that's the one I was thinking of. No. I gotta look that up. What? Oh, you know what? It's a cleric spell. That's why. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. I guess that's it for that. Now, level 9. Obviously, the big one there, Wish.
Which, in my opinion, isn't as good as people think it is. I mean, it's got a lot of utility value.
Mm-hmm.
But unless, I mean, your DM can twist it any way your DM wants to.
Well, I mean, again, you know, if you're using it...
There are static things that it can do.
Right. If you're basically... Wish is to cast any spell in the game. It doesn't matter...
6th level or lower.
Right. But it doesn't matter if it's from a cleric, a ranger, a druid, a bard, or anything. You know, you can cast that spell, and there's no negative effect against you.
Not for doing that, no.
You can use it to cast higher level stuff, but now you're taking the chance of cause and effect. Because there is a possibility, depending upon how you use the spell, if you do use it to truly warp reality, there is a possibility you are not going to be able to cast Wish ever again. So, yeah, it's not a terrible spell. I agree with you when you say that it's not nearly as great as most people think it is. But it can be very powerful if used in... How can I put this? I don't want to say a malevolent way. But that's really the only word that comes to mind. Because to use this spell in such a way to change... I mean, literally change the campaign.
Yeah.
You know, unless you've planned this with your DM before, I just don't think it's very good of a player. And now, of course, like you said, as a DM, you have the discretion to be like, oh, you want to turn the big bad into a chicken. I mean, obviously, okay, let's use true polymorph. But I'm going to go ahead and roll behind the scenes here and see what your consequences are.
If it's 100, it's always the Tarasqua.
Oh, he turned me into a newt. But yeah, you have things like here, like Meteor Swarm. That's an awesome spell. Power word kill. Time stop. You're literally stopping time. But anyways, it is 8:29. I know you need to get going.
I do.
So thank you, Mr. Faust, for joining me. It was a lot of fun tonight. We need to come
It was a
up
lot
with
of fun. Thanks for having me.
We need to come up with ideas for next week.
Yes.
So
message me when we're done.
Yeah, no worries. And I'm sure we'll talk throughout the week too. So,
Yeah.
But anyways, if you guys watching have any ideas or anything you want us to talk about D&D related, please let us know in the comments. That is the best way to get the information to me. But anyways, thank you, Mr. Faust, for joining me. You have a wonderful evening, and I will see you Friday.
Yes, sir.
For our campaign, Suburbia Unleashed. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. They made a lot of progress last week. We played, or not last week, the week before. I was on call Friday, so I wasn't able to go. But they fought off 2 of the 4 Guardians of the Book that created the world that they're in. And then this Friday, they're going after the remaining 2. So I made a custom monster. So I'll be going over probably some of the stats with that on Saturday. I really like it. It's a great little monster. I don't want to give too much away because I know a little pooper has been snooping trying to get insider information. But anyways. I had a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully you guys did too. If you liked the video, if you liked the stream, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to comment down below, please. What do you want us to talk about with D&D? And we'll put something together. But anyways, until then, thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, please do so now. Do it. Come on. I know you want to. You've been staring at it for a while. We need to get to 300 subscribers. We get to 300 subscribers, I'm going for the bronze trophy, okay? Let's do it. You want to see me suffer. I know you guys love it. I love it too. Yeah, this is a great game. I love Phasmo. Looking forward to doing some more challenges, but I need you guys to hit the subscribe button. And if you already hit the subscribe button, thank you guys a lot. I really do appreciate and cherish each and every one of you. We have a lot of fun when everybody's able to join in. Thursday night's going to be a lot of fun, hopefully. Again, I'm on call this week, so things are kind of up in the air. But as of right now, Monday morning or Monday evening, we should be able to do Thursday night live stream. But I've rambled on long enough, so don't forget to tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and shout it from the rooftops. Like, comment, and subscribe to Blast338. Have a great time, and we'll see you Thursday. Peace.